your host, the incredible Sulk. I hope you guys are doing well. Chilling, relaxing, being cool, being the best cult members you possibly can. And, stretching your legs every once in a while, touching grass, walking around, enjoying the sunshine, getting some of that fresh air. Try to stay away from those chemtrails, right? Those are pesky. Staying away from microplastics and fluoride in the water and, dangerous vaccines. Am I even allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say the D word? There's so much censorship. But they don't know what to enforce and what not to enforce. They choose to be ambiguous and not very specific about it because they want to be able to attack who they want to attack and say it goes against their terms of service, and it's clearly there, but it's not. It's just not. They just choose who gets to say what they want to say and who doesn't. That's YouTube. That's YouTube for you. Losing control is difficult. It must be. It must be hard. It really must be, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm here. Over here on Rumble. And if you want to watch me on YouTube, I am over there on YouTube. I'm also on X. If you guys want to watch me on X, these are all possibilities. These are all platforms that I am streaming on. Locals for those rowdy ones. I do have a locals channel. It's right here. I have it. I'm sure you guys can see my screen, but it's right here. Because I'm technically gifted. Thanks for coming, guys. I hope you guys are well. It is a Wednesday night, and tonight we're going to be doing Strong Wahmen. Women's. So it'll be funny. It'll be comical, and we're doing one of those videos by the guy who talks like this. And let me just tell you, this is not exactly how you build a relationship. You guys know who I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. We're doing another one of his videos. I like the subjects he covers, and I can talk a lot about them. So that's what we're doing. So, how are you guys? Is everybody good? Did everybody have a good day? Daywave was fire today. I thought it was a good Daywave. I think the problem is we have that Asian on. He just throws cold water on everything he wants, Just do the cooking and the eating first. No, we miss you, buddy. I hope you're doing well in heaven. Do Asians go to heaven? I don't think so. I hope you're good in purgatory. Because he doesn't deserve to go to hell. I mean, he really doesn't. He just doesn't deserve to go to heaven. Because it's widespread. Anyways, we're starting off for a good old time tonight. So get comfy, get cozy, get a nice bottle of something. I don't care. It's going to be real relaxed today, real chill, until I decide it's not going to be. I don't know which direction this show is going to go. I know the music at the start has a very heavy influence on my intro, but beyond that, it's a crapshoot. Whatever happens on this show. I kind of like it like that. It's untamed. It's wild. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Not all scripted like Daywave is. Anyways, if you're working, keep working. If you are driving, please continue to drive and drive safely. I would appreciate that. So you can get home, and then you can buy a t-shirt, or you can subscribe to my locals, or you can get a premium membership here, because that helps my numbers here. Or you can just donate directly to me through my Ko-Fi or through Rumble itself. There's a lot of options to pay me. There's a lot of them, but a lot of people choose none of them, which is fine by me, which is just fine. Anyways, thank you so much for coming. Again, it is a Tuesday? It's Tuesday. It is a Tuesday. So, I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And, this is called Strong Women versus Average Men. that up already? Sorry about that. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. There we go. Enjoy. Oh, I gotta hit record. There we go. Now enjoy.
Big egos versus 3 girls with even bigger muscle. Someone's getting dragged. Oh, I didn't work. It's gonna be them.
What? This is only 14 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do after this because we're gonna get right through it, and then I'm gonna have to pick something else. You know, it is what it is.
The Mr. Beast editing on this video is making me dizzy. I never
Fat
noticed
Geralt,
how obnoxious it was
Ric
until
Flair,
now.
Despite
But okay, we have 3 girls
noise.
who hit the gym a lot and 3 average guys, but with
Kabuki.
massive egos.
My name is Wesley Spinner. Well, I guess I'm just average. I don't
How are my levels, guys? Are my levels okay? I don't trust any of you to actually tell me.
do anything in particular very well.
That didn't sound very egotistical. Maybe the 2 other
John, where is your cat? I don't know. I don't know where she is. She'll show up.
guys are the arrogant ones.
She does stuff. She kind of, you know, she goes around during the day, and then at night she'll pop in and she'll be like, yo, what's up? Meow, meow.
Anyway, the fit girls and the average guys are going to do 5 athletic challenges to see who
The
will...
fit girls and the average guys. If you guys see over here, these are the fit girls. I don't know exactly what they're planning on doing. I think they're doing some sort of fitness challenge. And I'm just picking that up through context clues. I see a duffel bag. I see a barbell. You know, 4 wheels on the barbell. So what's that? They're 45s, 90, 90. I'm going to guess that's a 35-pound bar because I think they're, so yeah. So let's say that's 125 pounds. That's not that much. It's not that much. I wonder what they're going to do with it. But here are the girls over here. And these are the average guys. These are the fit chicks. You know, everyone loves fit chicks, right?
come out on top. Let's go to the first challenge.
Sandbag
Kabuki says I'm the perfect level of muted. Perfect.
drag. Both teams are going to drag 100
Good.
pounds
Thank you. I trust you, Kabuki.
sandbag.
Have you sent in your VABs yet? Your VAB swabs? Because I'm going to put them in like a shadow box. And then I'm going to put them on my wall.
Down to the barrel twice and back. First team back here, past the barrel, wins.
Seems easy enough. Drag a sandbag across the beach and get to the finish line before the other team. There are 2 rules, though, which are that they can't touch the sandbag and the sandbag cannot leave the floor.
I'm Brooke McCluskey. I'm a powerlifter. This is nothing for me.
Okay, so these are all that chick from The Last of Us. Everyone's all like real beat up looking. Not a pretty one amongst them, right? And they're like, well, I'm not pretty, so I might as well just try to get strong. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. But let's see how they do. Let's see how they do.
The chicks will come out on top.
That's fantastic because this sounds like an endurance challenge, and powerlifters have always been well known for their endurance. Let's see how that works out for them.
Go! There's a lot of bungee in that sandbag. Average Joe's taking off first.
Okay, so we're 13 seconds in, and the average Joes already have a pretty sizable lead.
A commanding lead for these power lifters and then these guys who just don't work out, period. None of them work out, I assume. I was assuming. Let me go back. Hold on. Was there some sort of
Drag. Oh, I didn't work. It's going to be them.
What?
The Mr. Beast editing on this
Yeah,
video
okay.
is...
yeah,
There's a lot of bungee
they
in that
don't work out.
sandbag. Average Joe's taking off first.
Okay, so we're 13 seconds in, and the average Joes already have a pretty sizable lead. But I'm sure their egos will get the best of them.
Background says I walked away for a minute. Are they doing Navy SEAL challenge? I don't know. Don't walk away. Don't ever walk away. You will be lost. You will be lost forever. Because this is a highly cerebral plot line. The show that I run is it's a very heavy meal. It's not light viewing. You have to really follow along or you're going to be completely lost. I don't know. They're running down the beach, man.
And the women will catch up.
Past the barrel.
I work out 6 days a week. I usually train between 1 and 3 hours.
That's too many days a week. 6 days a week that's too many days a week. 4 or 5 days a week is plenty. 4 or 5 days a week is plenty. Yeah, I mean, I don't go more than that. And I mean, I'm in pretty good shape. I've told you this before because it's 100% true. And I don't go to the gym for hours at a time. I go for maybe 30 or 45 minutes. I go pretty regularly, obviously, but like 6 days a week. And I bet you're spending 2 hours a day in the gym. So you have nothing else going on. I mean, with a mug like that, I understand because the phone ain't ringing.
Every single day.
That is a lot of exercise with very little rest period for your muscles to recover. Though maybe all those extra hours are just what the women need to win this race.
So you got down, back, conserve energy, don't gas out. You have 4 more events after this, y'all. 4 more events. Go, 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 go. If y'all can speed it up and sprint, you can catch them. They're slowing down significantly. Average Joe's in the lead.
They said this wasn't cardio. Yeah. What the fuck?
Halfway into the race,
And now they're complaining. They're complaining. They're like, this is not what I was promised. I'm a power lifter. What is your powerlifting record? What can you power lift? 100 pounds?
the powerlifter is mad because I'm guessing the people who did the casting call told her that it would only be strength events. I'm going to say that gripe was reasonable. Austin Alexander, the guy whose channel this is from, doesn't seem to be super honest in the way that he goes about these videos.
Don't be offended that we're stronger than you. I'm a reservist now, did active duty for 8 years.
Reservist. She's a reservist, guys. So she makes $300 a month to do nothing. Is that your main job? Stronger than who?
Wait, was that person on the girls' team or the guys' team? But I'm guessing they filmed that interview before the...
Fat Girl says John isn't muted, but his mic is low or I'm going deaf. My mic is not low. Hello. I can't. My levels are pinned, man. They are pinned. Am I not talking loud enough? He has a soft tongue. I don't even know what that means. My tongue is normal density. It is normal stiffness. My tongue is normal. It's blue, but it is normal. I'm not getting enough oxygen to my brain, which is why my tongue is blue. It's a condition I've had since birth. I didn't breathe for several minutes when I was being born.
The challenge is, even though they clipped her talking as the women were losing, perfect moment to show that statement.
I am Jesus Miguel Chavez. The reason I'm here today is because I reacted to a Craigslist ad. The individual here said fun times. So this is not what I expected.
Again, super arrogant, super egotistical. I can't wait until Jesus and his team get...
What a jerk Jesus is. Why does he have this name? Jesus. He's not. They all... Okay, fine. You're Jesus.
Their asses kicked by the world's most humble female gym goers.
Couch Surfing says his tongue is fantastic. Can confirm. You didn't need to say that.
And
you did not need to say that.
Women lose.
135, 136, average Joe's.
Tiny like those nips.
I'm still drunk.
You're supposed to be a gym rat, but you drink before a fitness event? Also, if this image here isn't edited...
Weak.
Then this person is definitely on steroids, and they still lost. Let's meet the last person on the guys' team before we do the next challenge.
I'm a dad of 3 that pretty much just tries to stay in shape to keep up with my kids.
Okay, that's not exactly an average guy. Look at his Instagram. He works out all the time, and 2 years ago, he had a 300-pound squat.
That ain't bad. 300-pound squat ain't bad. Yeah, that ain't bad.
The Mr. Beast clone who runs this channel is like, yeah, this is my friend
Mr. Yeast.
Chris. He's got about as much strength as your average guy with a 9-to-5 desk job. He'll be a great average Joe to compete against the fit women. So that's kind of lying about the terms of the challenge, but since one of the girls is almost certainly medically enhanced...
Despite says, I could have gone my whole life without knowing that. Well, you didn't.
I'm going to call it even. Anyway...
It's funny because I remember my grandma said that one time when my dad told her that my cousin was a lesbian. A little bit of family info for you.
Challenge 2 is a second endurance event.
I just blew up her spot. I mean, come on. It was pretty obvious. She was living with her best friend for several years at that point, and yeah, it was. I mean, it was pretty obvious. But you didn't have to tell Grandma that. She was all like, "I could have gone my whole life without hearing that," and I was like, "You really didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that." I mean, I understand because it's funny and like, I don't blame you. However, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary to do, right? Yeah, she's a lesbian. Pretty obviously. Yeah. It's not, there's no sort of confusion about that whatsoever. Never once had any sort of guy around her or anything like that. And she's, I mean, it's just clear. It's just very clear. It's just very, very clear. But you didn't have to tell Grandma that. I'm just saying. Next time. But luckily, my grandma has Alzheimer's now. I don't know if that was stored in the long-term memory or the short-term memory. Hopefully short-term. Because then she'll just forget it. And then we get to do it again.
They have to take a bucket to the lake, fill the bucket up, run it back to the barrel, and fill the barrel up.
Oh, no, chores? Oh, no, basic peasant chores? I mean, you think they would actually have an advantage to this, right? For centuries of, doing chores and raising children and, carrying the water to boil it and make, boiled cabbages and stuff. I would think they have maybe some sort of ingrained genetic ability to do this. But let's see.
To fill the barrel all the way up.
Dan Stott says lesbians aren't real. I agree with you. I completely understand what you're saying. And yeah, if she had gotten propositioned by a man, the right man, she probably would have been like, you know what? I'm not going to be a lesbian anymore. I'm going to have kids and a house and be happy. That didn't happen. So yeah, lesbian is the way we go. Lesbian, it's just when chicks don't get, and it's not like they couldn't get a man. I mean, she's not that pretty, but she's kind of rough. But it's not like you can't get an ugly man. No, it's a man that has to meet the standards. Otherwise, they're just going to go bumping boxes. They're going to be like kissing biscuits and stuff. I don't know. I don't have any more euphemisms for it. Diving muffs. I'm just saying, if the right price isn't reached at the auction, then they're going to pull the sale, right? And then they'll just be like, I'll just be a lesbian then. If I can't get somebody handsome enough and making enough money to actually satisfy my wants, and it's difficult these days because women, they get paid for doing basically nothing, right? Companies have to pay them because it's the law that your corporation has to have a certain amount of women on the board or in the company, right? Once it reaches a certain size, you have to have a certain percentage of women working at that company, which is a huge drain on resources, right? And they have to be paid equally for doing a lot less work. Let's just be honest, basically zero work. But they make good six-figure salaries, and people just, they're like, how can we make this chick useful? I don't know. We'll put her on the internet, and we'll put her in charge of social media. There we go. Or we'll put her in HR, where she gets to nitpick at people and make people follow rules that are basically arbitrary. Or maybe we can make her schedule things, or we can put her on the phone or something like that. I don't know. These are all options. These are all valid options. I mean, yes, could we replace her with QuickBooks or something like that, or some sort of automated answering machine? Yes, easily. But no, that is not the law. We have to hire them. And then they fight with each other. And then it distracts all the men because sometimes some of them are hot. But you don't want to hire the good-looking ones because then that's going to be an extra distraction. Because the ugly ones that you do hire are going to hate the good-looking ones. This is a fact. This is a fact, right? At some businesses, it's not a problem, right? If you own a bar, you know, you want a pretty bartender, that's not a problem, right? She's going to make a lot of tips. She's going to bring in a lot of customers. That could be a net benefit for you. But if you're at like I don't know, any sort of like corporation or anything like that, construction, finance, anything, literally anything, it's going to be a net detractor. It's going to be a net detractor. They just can't work with each other. Women hate each other. They really, really do. They hate each other. And even when they like each other, they don't like each other that much, right? They're constantly like looking out over their shoulders to be like, you know, I like you, but I got my eye on you, bitch. But on the other hand, they're also like, they also look out for each other in a very weird way. Not like men do. You ever hear a girl be like, oh, she's pretty, and then you look at her and you're like, oh. Are we looking at the same chick? Because she is dog-ass ugly. And then she's like, fights for it, and she's all like, no, she's got like her own kind of prettiness about her, pretty about her. Unless, like, she's actually pretty. And then they're like, no, she's not pretty. It's like that. It is very much like that. It is very much like that.
Wins. The only catch is that the water bucket has holes.
Go!
Dan Snot says, I know a so-called lesbian who had 3 kids with a man. Yeah, dude. I know. I agree with you that lesbians are not a real thing. Right? Lesbians are not a real thing. It's just, yes, all women are bisexual. This is a fact. Because we basically force them into it through years of warfare and taking war brides. And then we're like, okay, we killed off your village, your dad, your husband, your brothers. We killed them all. We cut their throats. Look, this is your husband's head. Ha, ha, ha. Look, I'll make him kiss your dad. Ha, 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 ha. And then you toss them both into the river. And then you take the girls, the prettiest ones, right? You take the prettiest ones, and you make them do stuff with each other. And the ones that are more willing to do that obviously get taken back home, and then they get to reproduce. They get to pass on their genes. Thousands of years of doing that have made every single woman a quasi-lesbian. This is a hard, stone-cold fact. And so, yeah, when women say, oh, I'm a lesbian. Okay. That means nothing. It literally means nothing. Whoop-de-doo. You're the same as literally every other girl. But when push comes to shove and you want kids and a house and stuff like that, and, you know, you might love your friends in some weird way, but it's not going to, you'll be able to live with a bunch of other women, but then it'll get weird. It'll get weird. You know? It'll be a coven. That's what it is. You're just not going to be happy. You're going to be unfulfilled. And there's something in your genetics that will tell you this. Some sort of biological clock. I don't know. I'm a man. I don't have a biological clock. It seems as I get older, I just keep getting more handsome. So, thank the big guy for that one.
I don't know why they're all 3 running that.
Kabuki Tut says, I'm gay, but I still hit like. Thanks. Thanks, Tut.
Average Joes have a very...
Why did they all go?
That's what I'm thinking.
Salt Dumpster says, grinding kitties, scone smashing, Velcro ripping, so many. Couch Surfing says, hit the like unless you're gay. And Kabuki Tut, you're a girl, so, again, it's not... Okay, look. Technically, they are homosexuals. But if you're all homosexuals, then none of you are, right? I'm sorry you have to have sex with men to propagate the species. It seems unpleasant. I'm gonna, you know, it just seems unpleasant. Right? You just grit your teeth and bear it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So more power to you. More power to you. And then like 9 months after that, you have to like shit out an entire person. I mean, thank God the rest of your lives are basically just on vacation. Because then it just would not be worth it. I mean, like, it just would not be worth it. Right? Because, like, the sex seems straight up unpleasant. And at least when they have sex with me. And then you have to have a baby 9 months later. It's just, no, thank you. And yes, I make it purposely unpleasant.
Pretty average of them.
So the women's strategy
I bite.
is to have one member run down to the lake, fill the bucket up, run back, fill the barrel, and then trade off each turn. The men, however, because they probably have worked manual labor jobs where you have to be efficient, have done the smart thing, which is to create an assembly.
Salt Dumpster says, not for me, fucking dudes. Not for you. What, are you gay, Salt? Are you gay? You having sex with dudes? Unless you're a chick. I don't think you're a chick.
Line with a person at the halfway point so they don't have to run as far and thus they don't get as tired. This means that the average
Fat Girl says lesbians are always angry at men because they don't have big enough shoulders for the chip placed on them. Yeah, I've never seen a happy lesbian. No. Like, I've seen, like, okay, so some chicks say they're bi, and some chicks say they're, like, straight up lesbians. The one that say they're straight up lesbians are never happy. You know why? Because they ugly. The ones that say are bi actually get men to choose them once in a while. So they're happier, right? They're happier. They have a way out. But the ugly ones, they're like, oh, I'm just going to be a lesbian because no man's ever going to choose me. They're pissed off that they have to work the rest of their lives. And it's hard. It's tough out there. It's tough, especially as an ugly woman. Because not only are you ugly and weak, you're also stupid. That's not fair. Women, I'm on your side. This is me being on your side. That is unfair. That's not even fair even a little bit. And then what's the best case scenario in your life? You're pretty enough to get railed by a dude. Wow. That sucks. That's the best case scenario. Oh, and then you poop out kids. They come out of somewhere down there. I don't know. It seems painful. I saw the whole thing. I saw the whole thing twice. Right? The whole damn thing. It's just the whole thing twice. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to do it. I don't know. A lot of people say that you choose your lifetime here down on planet Earth, like in some sort of ethereal realm where you have you're beset with challenges that will help your soul learn and adapt and somehow better itself. I don't know who would ever pick being a woman or an Indian. I won't. I mean, like, I guess if you're like really pretty, then you got it on easy street, bitch. You are living large, right? Everything is free. Your entire life. And you don't even have to make your own decisions because your decisions are going to be made by your father and then your husband. So it's good to go. Hey, sweet. She comes in, she's nodding. She's like, yeah, it was really easy being pretty. My whole life, I was like, thank God. Looks in the mirror, and then you're like, yeah, all I have to do is just not fuck this up. All I have to do is not fuck this up, and then I am set. I am golden. Way to go, babe. And she does it. She does. She got a house. She got the kids, and she got the bod. She doesn't have to work. She can spend her whole day in pajamas. Her whole fucking day in pajamas.
I do.
She does.
Some days.
She does. She's like, today I think I'm going to bake a cake. And then she's like, yay. Right? I mean, now she's got kids, so she's got to, like, chase the boys around. Boys are tough. Boys are tough because they pee in things. They pee into things. Into things, right?
Boners.
And they call her a boner. They're like, Mama, you're a growing penis. My son said that to her the other day. He was like, Mama, you're a growing penis. What? What, bro? What did you call my wife? I mean, he's a 4-year-old, and honestly, it made me laugh, so it was cool. It was fun. It was fine with me. But yeah, being a woman could be pretty sweet. There's just a couple of things you have to do. You have to get fucked by dudes, which would be oof. But if you're in prison, that's happening anyway. And you have to like have kids. You have to like birth them. The only labor they have in their entire lives. What? What?
I do stuff all day. What are you talking?
It's not labor.
Yeah, no.
That's chilling. What?
All right, why don't you chill tomorrow and enjoy?
I plan on it. I fully plan on chilling and relaxing the entire day. She's got a hair appointment tomorrow, so she'll be gone most of it. Yeah. It'll be quiet. Oh, that's right. Your mom's coming over.
Men have not only beaten the trained women in physical fitness in the first challenge, but in the second challenge, they have better tactics. Needless to say, after making fun of the guys, the women...
Salt Dumpster said, my girl never poops. It's wild. She poops. She does. And, what? Now she's got more to say. You fucking summoned her back. Salt Dumpster's girl never poops.
No.
I told you to stop doing that in the house.
She poops and she farts. But I do know women that will not poop if their boyfriends are like in the house. Which is that's wild. That's
My wife
wild.
announces it. I have to poop. I'm like, just go. You don't have to fucking tell me every time.
I do because I need the children not to be at the door.
They need to be in there with you.
They insist.
No, they need to learn their lesson. Right? It's like, you can tell them to not touch the stove only so many times. Eventually, they're going to have to touch it.
go right to copying the assembly line strategy.
Come on, Brandon.
I'm gonna go all the way.
Wes is gunning it. Not even worrying about the whole.
Silva says that's because she's not real. Ooh, Salt Dumpster burn.
I realized that they were saving energy by doing the little assembly line thing. Let me fill it.
I realized they were saving energy by working together. No shit. No shit. She's running back and forth. She's just standing there.
Do the assembly line. I thought it would be smarter for us to kind of change it up, kind of do that. One of us stay in the water.
How ironic. Though I do find this whole thing very condescending. Not the women in this show in particular, because it seems like the several moments where they were...
How ironic. Excuse me. How ironic. They don't want... The guy, he's got the same. He's almost got 1 million subs, though. I mean, I'm going to make fun of him, but I do like his videos. Kabuki says, I use a litter box like a kitty. Is it big? Is it human-sized? Do you actually that might just be like a sandbox at a playground. Do you just go to the playground and like dig a hole and poop in it? Because people will be upset by that. Or do you have your own specialized... Who changes the litter? Is that the way to go? Is that preferred to you? Should I start doing that? I don't know.
were acting entitled were fabricated by the editing or the owner of the channel. But what I do find condescending is that it's perfectly fine to shit on men and their talents and call them egotistical. Meanwhile, the guy running this channel has to pull every gaslight in every misdirection he can think of to give the women points.
Someone's getting dragged.
I didn't work.
It's gonna be them.
What?
That whole
It's going to be the guys, right? Because, I mean, they have a cumulative like 300 pounds on the girls. And also, they've been on testosterone since they were teenagers, which is a steroid. A lot of people get all like goosey about steroids, but testosterone is a steroid. It is a natural steroid. And so is HGH. You make your own HGH. You make your own testosterone. Even women have a very small amount of testosterone in their bodies. But if they get too much, they get mustaches. So keep it in check. That's all I'm saying.
comment about the guys being dragged is weird because if you look at who's being dragged in the video, it's the women. You can see it right in the
She's
footage, but
fat.
of course with the Mr. Beast editing, I imagine that whoever put this B-roll together was hoping that you wouldn't notice that. Also, like 2 of these women are on steroids. The one with the deep voice almost certainly is.
That ain't like, whoa. But that ain't bad for a chick. That ain't bad for a chick. I mean, that ain't bad. But these right here, that's a dead giveaway. These, what are these called? Lats? No, these are lats. The under the armor's lats. I forget what these are called, but them being this big is a dead giveaway that she's on steroids. But what kind of steroids? I don't know. She could just be on testosterone. Anavar? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But to be natty like that as a woman is impossible. It's just impossible. That's not possible. Not that I'm judging you. Do your steroids. I don't care. I mean, like, I don't think women should do steroids because it's like, it's fucking testosterone. Basically, all steroids are just different types of testosterone. That's what it is. So, I mean, it's going to make your clit big and it's going to make you all hairy. But if you want to be strong, you want to be strong. So that's how you be strong. I wonder if it makes them smarter. I really do wonder if it like makes them like more rational or something. I don't know. I don't know.
And the girl who said she was a power lifter probably is too. Anyway, the women.
Oof.
Women lose challenge number 2 and likely would have lost by a lot.
Girls who take steroids, it does not make them pretty. It makes them masculine. It makes you masculine. It doesn't make you pretty.
More if they didn't copy the men.
Average Joe's coming in. Is this going to do it? Average.
Scott says, bet her clit looks like a baby arm holding an apple. Or just like a big goose's neck. Like a limp goose, like a dead goose. Its neck. The neck of a dead goose that had all the feathers picked off of it. Flops around. It's probably what it is. She like wraps it up.
Average Joe's, fill the barrel. All right, Average Joe's, you came out on top. What was your strategy?
Put water in the barrel.
Nice.
From the
What
beginning,
was your
we probably would have
strategy?
changed it.
I put water in the barrel, and since I just destroyed the competition because they are at a real disadvantage, even if they're on steroids, which a couple of them definitely are. The chicks, I don't know if any of the guys are. I know a couple of them are not on steroids, but being a man, you're designed to do stuff like that. You're designed to lift things. You're designed to run. Your body is built for utility. Women's bodies are built to carry children. It's a completely different design. They can be stronger. They will never, well, I'm not going to say they're never going to be stronger than a man because there's a lot of weak-ass men out there. But apples to apples, they just cannot compete. Right? This is why you have these trans women going into these female sports and absolutely crushing the competition. Right? Because it's just unfair. They're not really women, they're men. Their hips are built differently. Women's hips are so wide they can barely run. Like some of them can barely run because their hips are like at a very strange angle. Right? And that's for them to birth a baby, right? So they're kind of helpless in a lot of situations. This is why men are built to fight and carry things, and we have lots of muscle. See, check that shit out. And I'm just saying, and we're smarter too. I got a big brain.
And done the assembly line from the start.
No, you wouldn't have because you didn't think of it. The third challenge is deadlift.
Salt Dumpster says TRT doesn't work for women. Well, I mean, like, what do you mean? I mean, if they give testosterone to women, they will respond to that. I mean, but it's not really TRT. It's not testosterone replacement therapy because they didn't have much testosterone in the first place. But if they take testosterone, their body is going to respond like a normal man's body is going to respond. Maybe not as much because they don't have I don't know. Maybe not as much. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Dane.
Event number 3, deadlifts. Each person will deadlift 10 reps.
Salt Dumpster says his clit looked like a machete kicked a pork shoulder. His clit looks like a machete kicked a pork shoulder. What does that even mean, dude?
At the end of each set, you will rotate. The first team did not complete their 10 reps loses. Any questions?
I have a question for Neon Laces. With your running shoes, would you like a lesson on how to deadlift?
Sure.
I think
So the guys are supposed to be full of arrogance? The guys are supposed to be all arrogant? I'm sorry, what? Wasn't that the beginning of this? Wasn't the guys, the guys are, okay, we got these strong women and these arrogant men. And the men are all like, I don't know why I'm here. I thought I was going to have fun today. And he's all like, he's tubby, right? He's tubby. He doesn't go to the gym. He's just like, I wanted to have a good time today. And now this fucking dyke is, I mean, this bowling alley lesbian is trying to give me tips on how to deadlift and curl and stuff. I hope he punches her. I would love to see them just to get in a fucking scrap, right? Where he just like rocks her. Even though he's not in fighting condition by any means. But I want to see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm talking too much. I want to see what happens. As do you.
I think that comment was meant to seem kind of passive-aggressive based on all the editing, but she technically is correct. He shouldn't be lifting heavy weight in running shoes because they are squishy and unstable. Also,
that's true, but it's really not that big of a deal. I'm sorry. You don't need specialized lifting shoes. It's just not. I mean, they help, sure, but it's not that big of a deal. Unless you're putting up huge amounts of weight. And like, even then, it's safer. It's safer to wear lifting shoes. Sure. Is it completely 100% necessary? Not really. Not really. I doubt 99% of the people who go to the gym aren't fucking putting up like 800-pound PRs, you know? And that's probably when lifting shoes probably get pretty necessary.
So now that we've gotten to a strength challenge, I want to further emphasize the dishonesty of this video. I did some Instagram stalking because this is one of those channels that links everyone's social media in the description. And it turns out that this guy, Wes, works for some sort of tire business and puts lift kits on trucks all day, which means that his job counts as moderate strength training. So he's not really super average or a couch potato either. It kind of makes me feel like Austin, the guy who runs this.
I mean, that is kind of fair, though. Right? Because if you get somebody off the couch, like if you're like, okay, we have 3 professional weightlifting women versus 3 Discord mods, it'll be closer. It'll be closer. And it would depend on like if the Discord mods thought they were women and were like injecting estrogen into their bodies. I mean, you could find 3 men that were just completely... Go to India. Indians are the weakest men on the planet. I'm not even making a joke. This is like a statistical fact. They are the weakest men they have a lower grip strength than most Western women. They are a very small, very fragile and weak people. So you just get a few of those versus like 3 Swedish chicks that are like huge, and then do it. And then, yeah, the chicks will probably win.
This channel isn't the most honest YouTuber, and this is not really the challenge that we were promised. Jesus is the only actual average guy here.
My training as of recently has been sitting down. I don't spend much time in the gym.
Though, like I said, 2 of the women are probably on steroids, so I guess it evens out. Let's get into the challenge.
Rep.
Let's go.
There's one. Set it down. Yep.
She got decent form. The chick behind me, you guys don't see her. The chick behind me, she actually has decent form. I'll give her that.
Rep 2.
Go. It's that bodybuilder.
Right now I'm deadlifting about like 315 per rep. I just
Okay, 225. That ain't bad. I mean, that's not huge.
keep it light.
Last rep. Rep 10.
Endurance, bro. Let's go.
Great job. Great form. Rotate. Next up. 3, 2, 1. Rep.
So let's go.
Good.
I think just knowing what the average male can deadlift and what I can deadlift, we're like here maybe. I don't know.
I wonder what I can deadlift. I don't deadlift very often. I bet I can deadlift a lot, though.
We'll see. I could be humbled today.
Good.
Now we see the powerlifter chick being humble and reasonable, which really makes me think that all the drama was completely fabricated.
Onia says that's why Indians are always so bricked up. They don't have the grip strength to wank it. No, I'm sure they do. You don't need to, like, choke it to death. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe that's how you like it. Right? Because, like, don't you want the grip strength of a girl, though? Like, you don't, if you're getting a hand job from a chick, do you want her to, like, fucking choke that thing so the tip gets all purple? Right? Veins popping out and shit. Or do you want, like, something a little bit more ginger? You know? So they probably have the perfect grip strength for their own utilities, their own necessities. I'm just saying. I've never gotten a hand job from an Indian guy. Don't plan on it. But I'm sure it would be perfectly adequate.
And done so very poorly, to the extent that it's now distracting.
Third round. Jesus and Vera. Vera, anything to say?
Despite says, I beat my dick like it owes me money. Well, stop that. It doesn't owe you money. It's not going to give you money, and it probably doesn't. Don't do that.
Your opponent.
I'm watching you, Neon Laces.
3, 2, 1. Rep.
Salt Dumpster says, I don't know, I'm 6'5", 300 pounds. I can chuck shit. You're a big boy.
There we go.
Let's go, Jesus.
Rep 1.
There we go.
Let's go, Jesus.
Rep 2.
There you go. Your knees.
I
Watch
can
your
probably deadlift a little bit more than the average guy.
Rep 6.
I'll be really good at deadlifting for a long time. I can do that.
knees. Easy, easy.
Yeah.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Good. Rotate.
Probably the most impressive part of this whole challenge was watching Jesus do a set of 10 reps of 225 pounds. I don't think I could have done that without prior lifting experience. Now, 225 isn't the heaviest deadlift in the world, but it is impressive for a beginner to do that 10 times and then do 3 sets of that.
30 total reps for each team. We're going to keep going.
Yeah, that was actually pretty amazing to watch when I first saw the video. I thought Jesus would be done after the first round. However, when round 4 hits, Jesus does 5 reps, doesn't quite make it to 6 reps, and the women start their comeback arc by winning their first challenge.
Oh, there you go.
They have 2 challenges.
Well, I mean, they are professional lifters, right? Or not professional, but they go lifting. Jesus, you need to pick up the slack, brah. You need to pick up the slack.
Challenges left. In the next one, they have a circle, and you have to push the person out of it.
Fourth event, Pugil Push. Each match will go 3 rounds. The team with the most accumulative points at the end will...
The Pugil push? The Pugil? What is this word? What is Pugil? What is that word? Despite says you don't recognize that from the Chappelle Show. Of course I do. Yeah, of course I do. When he was like Oscar the Grouch, yeah.
Will take the win for this event. Here are the rules. No face striking, no striking in the groin, no striking in the chest. Everybody down.
So no striking. Is that just it? No striking.
3, 2, 1, go!
Come on, Brandon.
First one out of the circle loses. Get him, Montana. Get it. Get him. Get him. Montana putting up a fight. Get him. Montana. First point for Average Joe's. Uh-oh, she got that squat streak. Pushes Brandon out of the circle. Go. That was close. Average Joe. Point.
Good. No, I mean, my ego's hurting right now.
We have Jesus and Vera. 3, 2, 1, go.
Get in there.
I would just go, bam. Which would be against the rules, so I'd be disqualified. But you know, I wouldn't be a cop either because I would be breaking the rules a lot.
Whoa. Hey!
Oh,
Hey!
Jesus.
That was a face hit. That was a face hit. What are you guys talking about?
1 point
He's right. That was a face hit.
for the fitness ladies. No face striking, no groin.
Again, the caping for the women's team. Face hitting was against the rules, but the women win the point anyway, as opposed to calling that one a draw for the rule violation. Nothing else in this challenge was really all that interesting. The men win in a landslide, 2 points to 7 points. So the men have already won the video, but there's still one challenge left, and it's the best challenge for the thumbnail, so they're going to do it anyway.
3 points for average Joes, 1 point for strong ladies. This is absolutely crazy. I thought this is going a completely different way than I originally anticipated. Last final event, tug of war. First team past the barrel loses. Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand? When I release the rope, you guys are going to tug. 3, 2, 1.
You can see that we're off to an interesting start before the competition even gets
Does something seem off about this balance?
going. The guy's anchor teammate Wes has tied the rope around himself so he can more easily put his entire body weight in without losing mobility. The girls seem to have not chosen this strategy. Let's see what happens.
Go!
1, pull the slack. 2, 3. Oh, it didn't work.
Pull.
Oh, the whole team?
Hold it, hold it. Pull back. There we go. The whole team has to be past the barrel. You guys pull. Montana just past the barrel. Average Joes, take the W.
Yeah, that much was obvious. I don't care how much
that
those
wasn't
girls can
hard.
squat or deadlift. Men weigh a lot more than women, which makes them significantly harder to pull. And this was probably the most unfair challenge in the game if you're trying to give the women a competitive chance.
Salt Dumpster says Poogle sounds like some weird gay month shit. Oh, right, it's gay month. Should I have done a gay documentary? Maybe, like, it's not even 9 o'clock. We're almost done with this. We might do a gay documentary. I don't have any queued up gay documentaries, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Honestly, I don't even know why this challenge was
If somebody wants to drop a link or something like that, we'll see.
in here outside of it being the easiest to make a thumbnail out of, which, by the way, was photoshopped like crazy. I mentioned that Wes on the far right had the rope tied around him in the original challenge, but in the thumbnail it's not tied. They changed Jesus' shoes and put him in the front instead of the middle. They switched the positions of all the girls too, and it almost seems like the thumbnail was designed to make it look like the women were winning.
They might have just posed. They might have just posed for this. I think you're probably looking too much. It could be edited, yeah, but they might have just posed for it.
Yet another example of caping for the women to make it look like they did far better than they actually did.
What did we learn? Don't judge a book by its cover.
What do you mean?
What? What is that? What? Don't judge a book by its cover. No, I assumed the guys were going to win. What does that even mean, bruh? That doesn't make sense.
I guarantee you that most of your viewers immediately
Kabuki says, yay for gay doc. I don't know. Look, I've done some pretty gay documentaries on this show. Too gay. Do you guys remember the Crystal Castles one? Where the guys were like shooting up meth and then they were like banging each other? Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to take his load. That was really, 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 really gay. Very gay. That was too gay. I like to push the limits around here. I do. But sometimes I just go too far even for myself. And that was too far for me. That was too far for me. But if you guys have a gay doc. Salt Dumpster says, yeah, it was gay. He was here. I remember. And he kept saying weird stuff in the chat. And he was like getting excited. Calm down. Calm down, Salt.
assume the guys were going to win because of biological
Kabuki says shooting up meth. Wow, that's hard as fuck. Dude, you didn't even... The 1992 space movie. What 1992 space movie? You gotta throw me a link. And that's so not specific. I'll give you the bell for that, but that's just not specific enough for me to actually do anything with. That's for $2. Yeah, thank you. But 1992 space movie. I mean, give me a link. Send me a link, and I will see, and then we will do that. Why not?
Differences. With all that said, it just gets annoying that people are still trying to sell this narrative that women are competitive to men in terms of strength. Based on what the host said at the end, it's obvious that he wanted us to expect the women to win. But in reality, that one girl had to do 6 days per week of 1 to 3 hours a day of training just to compete with a guy who's...
Okay, you got me. How the hell did you... What? 92 Danish satirical science fiction. Morning. How do you even... is there a place I can watch this? It's... I can't even believe that. That's so funny. Yeah, I don't have this. Oh, here we go. It's 1992 space movie, not actual title of this movie. Film Threat Reviews.
Alan, you've Googled 1992 space movie. You have seen the film. It's a short film. It's also available on YouTube. Give us your review.
Oh gosh, it's bad. It's really bad. Look.
What's the story?
I can't believe you're putting me on the spot because I saw it like a week and a half ago, and so I'm barely remembering it right now. But I believe it. Oh yeah, it was about.
Oh, there we go.
These.
Okay. Am I in for something here? Am I in for something here? Like, Rick, am I, okay, whatever. Let's see what happens. Carlsberg, okay. Probably the best beer in the universe. No. No. Gay Jack movies. I feel like we're doing a midnight riff party. This feels very midnight riff party. But welcome to the gay stream. Hear it. Okay, so I'm glad the second hour of this. So it's 8:59 now. The second hour of this stream, we went from strong women to... I can't even say the title. This is the title right here. It's above my head. Boop. This is the second hour of the Sulk stream.
The universe, its mighty power, its evolutionary force, not to be stopped by anyone, and its beauty. Yes, this is a happy place to stay, filled with...
Despite says you really don't know. No, I really don't know. I'm not terminally online like most people. I'm not. I'm busy a lot of the time. I spend a lot of time on Twitter. Now that Royce... Before I started doing this, I was not on Twitter. I never thought I'd be a Twitter guy. Never in my life have I imagined. Me and my wife never touched Twitter. We were like, we're never going to be on Twitter. And then Royce was like, you guys should do something. And I was like, okay, I'll do a show. And then he was all like, you should really be on Twitter. And I'm like, all right, I'll be on Twitter. And I'm addicted to Twitter, and I'm spreading hate speech. I'm just legit spreading hate speech. And I'm like threatening people. And I'm like, I'm really bad. I'm like one of the worst ones. I've had my account banned like multiple times. And like, I can't stop. I keep giving Elon money because I want to be able to spread my hatred, my vitriol. And it wasn't like that before. It darkened my heart. And I'm so grateful.
Cosmic joy, a freedom place.
Despite what you've heard says terminally online, I have a real job. Your real job is driving a golf cart around a park. I'm just saying, I'm not judging you. I think that's a fucking sweet gig. That is a sweet gig. But to call it a real job is it's a stretch. It's a stretch, you know? It's a stretch.
Where men can express themselves and be as when they were born. All this just because someone cares. Because someone looks after us when we sleep and we play.
I'm not saying that I have a real job. This is my main occupation. I'm not saying this is real. I make some money. I don't make tons of money, but I'm happy doing it.
Natural.
Despite says that's not all I do. You're a prostitute. You're a male prostitute during the night. You moonlight as a male prostitute for other males. I get that. You don't have to keep telling me that. And no, I don't want your coupons, okay? I'm not going to use them. I don't want your punch card. You know, for every 10 handies, you get a free blowjob. I'm not interested. All right? I've got plenty.
This is a movie about those who risk life.
That is not Barry White. Is that seriously Barry White?
And partners to guarantee that we can live in a wonderful and free universe. This is a movie about the gay niggers from outer space. The gay niggers come from the planet Anus in the
Planet Anus.
8 sun system, far, far away from here. And
I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to look at that name.
the gay niggers come from the planet Anus in the 8 sun system.
Coco P. Dalbert as Arm in Ass. Arm in Ass. Arm in Ass is the character's name.
Far, far away from here.
Arm in Ass.
And they are much, much more intelligent than any other creature.
Sammy Solomon is Captain B. Dick. All right.
The most fascinating thing about them is that they...
Okay, and then Gerald F. Hale as D. Ildo. D. Ildo.
With the help of their super intelligence and their highly developed telepathic system, brain...
Despite says, that's it, I'm drawing you in a gay orgy with Royce and Pessy. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't. I mean, at least make me look good. At least make me the top, right? Make me in charge. But preferably you didn't do that at all. Preferably you just did not do that. I like a lot of your work, despite I do. If you do that, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be a little perturbed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Been able to create a world.
I'm trying to read his real name. Gabarto K. Okina as Sergeant Shaved Balls. Didn't really go for much. Okay.
A society. A perfect way of living without the presence of women. A male-only world.
And Tony Thomas as the gay ambassador.
We'll now visit one of the Federation's gay nigger ships, Ring Musculatoris 2. Let's take a look at the crew. We have Captain B. Dick, a strict, well-educated leader, but also friendly and a father figure for the rest of the crew. Chief Technician Sergeant Shaved Balls, a warm and kind person and a damn good space technician. He's for a long, long time been working together with Captain B. Dick. And with Mr. Schwall, a German-speaking gay nigger from the area of planet Anus, but they still practice the old gay nigger religion, a ritual way of worshipping human excrements. He's a psychological
Worshipping human excrements?
It's on board who saved the ship and its crew many times. And here is the gay agent Arminass, who just finished gay agent school and is on his
just finished gay agent school.
First flight in space. The fifth and last member of the Ring Musculatoris 2 crew is the data man, Dr. D. Ildo, an expert in biology and the manipulation of other races or life forms in the universe. a very important person on these special missions. But let them speak for themselves.
Captain, we got something on the radar.
What is it?
Well, sir, it's too big to be another ship or meteor. To me, it looks like
Like what?
a planet.
A planet?
Ein Planet. A planet?
A planet!
Check coordinates, Ildo.
Oh my
And give me a
God,
diacom in
dude,
5
this
minutes.
is
And
bad.
check the mental analysis machine.
Sir, we'll be able to do an ultra sweep over in 25 seconds.
Am I gonna sit here and watch this whole fucking movie? 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes from when he started this, and I cannot watch any more of it. It is so bad. It is like so bad right now.
Okay, everybody. Ultra swip over in 18 seconds. Arminos, activate canopus sensor in the trans power system. Ildo?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ultra swip over.
Ultra swip over. Ultra swip over. Swip over, swip over.
This place says I also get to use giant wood chippers, chainsaws, backhoes, and tractors, big ass batwing motor. You're still talking about your job? Okay, dude. We're on the gay N-words from outer space. Again, I'm trying to not get kicked off YouTube because let's see who's watching on YouTube right now. Let's see who's watching on the old YouTube. Is it no one? I bet it's no one. Okay, dude, hold on. It's no one. It's no one. So thanks, guys.
Okay, Chief, I got a decom. What we have here is a planet called Earth. There is life.
Ania says, then watch the Castle doc if you're too weak to enjoy this masterpiece I've never seen. I'm not watching that. That is way too gay. This is preschool shit compared to that. That is like violently gay. I'm not watching that ever again. Ever again. This is difficult to watch. That was painful.
On its own and a lot of water. It seems rather primitive.
Jameson Campo, have you seen this movie? It's called The Gay N-Words from Outer Space. Have you seen this movie? I imagine you have.
And sir, there is something terrible going on down there.
Take it easy, Ildo. Don't paint the devil on the wall.
But sir, there is, pardon me, female creatures on the planet.
Frauenkreaturen. Female creatures.
Female creatures.
Female creatures!
Okay, calm down. We've got to check this out. It might be dangerous, but it's our duty.
Okay.
Arminos, put us through to our planet. I got to talk to the headquarters. Now!
Okay.
Hello. Headquarters, come in. Here is Captain B. Dick, P-code 2940018. On Discovery Ship Ring Musculatoris 2.
Oh. I don't even know, man. I can't watch that. I can't. I just can't. Here, let's watch weird 4chan stories, because I'm not going to watch that. I don't care what you guys call me. I don't care what you guys think of me.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I'm not watching that absolute abortion of a movie. I just can't. I just cannot. I made it 6 minutes in. Hold on. Somebody actually took the time.
Du Hölle mit euch, ihr stinkenden Frauenkreaturen!
To make this.
Oh, Lord of the Brown Rings.
Why? I love how it was made in 1992, yet the camera quality looked like it's made in 1921. Oh my god, dude. That's awful. I have a headache.
And welcome back to another 4chan Stories video, and today we're going to be
I
getting
have a headache now. Is there something about that
into some weird 4chan stories?
Frozen. Tell me, have you seen this 1992 space movie called Gay N-Words from Outer Space? Dan Snott says John is homophobic during Pride Month. Well, not just during Pride Month, during the whole year. And I wouldn't say homophobic. I just don't like them. It's not like I'm not afraid. Well, I am kind of afraid. I'll be honest with you. I fear them. They scare me. They have sex with dudes' asses. If they do that, that means they're fucking crazy. And they're going to do anything. They'll do crazy
You guys
shit.
have been asking for a lot more 4chan Stories.
They have sex with dudes voluntarily. Women have to do it, right? To like get the species going, they have to like do that.
2 months in, get a new cellmate. Nice enough guy, but scared of everything. Mumbled to himself.
Teos says that movie makes John's booty tingle with confusion. No. Nope. It is completely not confused. My booty is steady as a rock.
Get to know him. Turns out he's a paranoid schizophrenic. Wakes up screaming.
Frozen says yes. Famous movie. God, you fucking degenerates, man. You guys are
Some
all
nights.
fucking
Tells me about his delusions. He knows
degenerates. What the fuck is wrong with
he's
you
effed
people?
up. Except them, man. I know they're not delusions. I'm not crazy. I see those.
Frozen's, yeah, famous movie, yep. It has, oh my God, it does have a lot of views. It's got 797,000 views. That's a lot of views. This movie is unironically a comedy ahead of its time. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I hate it.
Those eyes every time I close my eyes. I'm never going to unsee that red light. He starts rambling about how they come for him at night.
Yes, I've heard of the dinosaur with 500 teeth. Yeah.
And he got himself in prison to stay safe. Won't tell me.
Despite says, sorry, we weren't all raised Mormon. Sorry, it was Jehovah's Witness. I understand that's not better. They're both weird. And yeah, it was weird. It was a weird childhood. I had a fucking weird childhood. All right? I don't like talking about it. I don't like thinking about it. It was a weird-ass childhood. I'm not going back to it. I like my adulthood. And yeah, my personality has been stained. And it's made me kind of a weird guy. I'll be legit with you guys. I'll be upfront. It's made me a weird person. It has. Yeah. But I am who I am now. Broken in all my glory. But I will not watch that shit. I will not watch Gay Nigger from Outer Space, okay? I am not going to do that. Because it is an abomination. Okay? I don't like gays or black people. So like this is it's the worst. It is the worst.
What he did to get locked up, though, dodges the question every time. Fast forward.
Jameson says, if you are weird, John, we are all sociopaths. I know. I know. Look, I never thought I'd be in this position as like the leader. I just assumed I was going to fade away in just obscurity, right? And just be a weird guy that just, he's weird and not in a position of authority where I'm guiding other psychopaths to do probably something terrible. But here we are. Reality is a strange thing. It is. It's a strange, violent mistress. And it has chosen me to be your leader. I did not want that role. I didn't. But as it was thrust upon me, I shall accept. I shall accept. Because I mean, 'tis fate. 'Tis fate decided that I shall lead my flock to do whatever we're going to do. And it's probably, again, not a positive thing. Not a overall positive impact on the world, but it will be an impact. It will. And I'm honored, but insanely confused. And not my butt. My butt is not confused. My butt is very much, no, we are not interested in the gay N-words from outer space. We're not. We are not. Nope. Clenched tight as always. Like when I see Frozen, it just clenches. And it's like, it's a little painful, but I understand. Anyways.
A month. We become friends and he opens up a little. Tells me how he used to never sleep because that's when shit would go down. When he'd start to doze off, his body would start to feel really heavy and he'd get a vibrating sensation in his...
Fire Red says, oh shit, am I a sociopath? I thought I was just short and retarded. No, I have news. You're also a sociopath. You're part of this thing too, Fire. So you're a part of this too. So you're also a sociopath. And we're all broken deeply from autism or like the shots we got when we were babies. They fucked me up good. They really did. And then I had like my first 30 years on this planet was a mess. It just honestly was a mess. I had very little focus and I was all over the place. And there was a drinking problem that persisted for a long time. And I'm not saying that's over, but...
limbs, like a heavier, slower version of the way you feel when your legs fall asleep. A humming noise will start out quiet and get louder and louder, and a bright white light fills the room. And then it slowly turns blood red as the hum reaches its peak pitch.
Frozen Asian says, Las Tejas trying to get the room to smell tolerable. Not with this group. Frozen. You and I both know that if any of these people are in the same hotel room as us, it is not going to smell tolerable. It is not going to smell tolerable whatsoever. No more fans. No. Producers or creators only in the fucking hotel room. Producers or creators only. Only the people that show up on camera can be in the hotel room. Only. From now on. I'll talk to Mersh. I mean, he won't give a fuck though. I know he won't give a fuck.
Like a skull-splitting tinnitus. Saying he usually blacks out after that, but not always. Sometimes I see them, they don't want me to remember. Ask him what he means.
However, if you guys want to come and like camp on my property, then we'll have like a big get together, and then we'll have like a Sulk, like a festival kind of a thing. We'll do that. I'll do that, and then we'll all put up tents, and we'll have a big bonfire, and I'll get a keg, and we'll all get drunk and shit like that. It'll be a good time. Maybe I'll hire a band. Maybe I'll have like an axe throwing booth or something like that. A dunk tank where, we all like piss in it. Could be fun. And then we'll have Frozen sit on it. And then he won't care.
Describing fucking graves in great detail.
We're all pissing in the dunk tank. Even the girls. Come on, girls. Everyone's pissing in the dunk tank.
I didn't believe in aliens at the time, so...
Yeah, Johnapalooza, totally, man. Totally. You haven't been to my house, have you, Frozen? You're the only one who hasn't been to my house. JJ, I suppose. And Virgie. Virgie's not really part of... Well. But Virgie probably will visit at some point.
I thought he was totally nuts.
Is there room for a 27-foot camper? There is. Yes, there is actually plenty of room.
Short, with limbs longer in proportion to their bodies than humans, about 4.5...
Sulktropolis. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like Neotropolis. God, I want to go to Neotropolis. That shit looks banging. Neotropolis looks so much fun.
1.5 to 5'3" feet tall. Great.
Dan Stott says, I've been to John's house. He does not know it, though. No, you haven't. I have cameras everywhere.
Hey, almost see through.
Trust me. I know who's on the property.
Your skin. He said it looked more like a membrane than it did
Is
human
Frozen
skin.
catering? No. Hard no. Definitely not. Frozen is not allowed to be anywhere near the kitchen.
Massive black eyes that reflected.
John is in Florida? Yeah, I'm in Florida.
Everything like a mirror. They smelled almost like a burning phone charger. I asked him about the smell, but he just shrugged and said it was hard.
You're a ninja motherfucker that can get past cameras and shit? I would honestly be impressed if you were actually that. I mean, I would be impressed.
Hard to describe. That it didn't really smell like burning plastic and wire, but it was the only way he could word it, since he'd never smelled anything quite like it before. Says he's getting uncomfortable, that talking about them for too long makes him anxious, so he goes to sleep.
Taya says, John says Frozen is a bad food person. I never said that. But I mean, like, how would you describe Frozen? We throw ingredients at him and he makes them very pretty and then he eats them. That's bad food. He is our bad food person. I'm not saying he's a bad cook when he wants to be. I mean, when he wants to cook good food, I'm sure he cooks amazing food. It's just we've been so mean to him so long. I don't think I would trust him to like prepare food for me. You know? I know you understand. Don't act like you don't understand, Tejas. Don't act like you don't understand. Because you motherfucker, you would be on the fucking chopping block. You know, would you let Frozen feed you stuff? Just like cover your eyes and be like, go ahead, put it in my mouth, baby. Like that. I bet you wouldn't. I bet you wouldn't. Because I've seen the shit you added. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen the shit I've added. Right? I'm not going to do that to myself. I have kids. I have a reason to live. You know? I got to be there for somebody. So blame me. Fine. Oh, John's not going to eat Frozen, the Michelin star chef's food because he doesn't trust him because those sneaky Asians tend to poison people. I didn't say that. I'm thinking it very hard, though.
Next day, we had art therapy. Fucking stupid, right? And he gets all twitchy and starts drawing creepy shit.
Dan Snuss says Frozen put a pube on my shot in Vegas. Well, why did you ask him to do that?
Continue in the next post. We start art therapy. Basically, we do it to let our feelings because it's supposed to help people.
I still find it so funny that I'm like, Frozen, have you seen Gay Niggers from Outer Space? And he's like, yes, famous movie. That fucking kills me. That fucking assassinates me. Yes, famous movie. Yeah, of course.
Will be less violent or something. I don't really know.
I
just start doodling. I'm usually a pretty chill guy, and I didn't really have anything on my mind.
That's fucking
Danny,
hilarious.
my cellmate, seems to enjoy these sessions for the most part, even though he's not very good. This time
Okay.
it's different. Super anxious. Says he was up nearly all night.
Did you order that gay mesh shirt, Frozen? Did you, Frozen? He's got a bunch. I know he has one. I know he has. Honey, I think I have one. Honey, babe, honey, can you bring me? I know we have a mesh shirt. Can you bring it to me? It's gay month. Can you bring me the mesh shirt, please?
Even though I was up late and didn't hear him make a sound. Keeps scratching his neck obsessively, constantly chewing on.
I know we have a mesh shirt.
No. Like, wait, are we talking mesh or fishnet? I just asked in the chat.
Fishnet.
Okay, so I have a fishnet shirt.
Bring it to me.
You are not going to put it on because you're going to bust it open.
Oh, why? Because this?
Yeah.
Because of that?
Get some. Yeah.
Because of that shit right there? Yeah. I don't want to have a heart attack. So stop doing it.
Please, I'm still
Bring me the
traumatized.
shirt. I will buy you a new one. This is for the show. Bring me the shirt. I buy all your clothes anyway. See, this women, I keep constantly in the air. Just fucking bring me the mesh shirt. I'm going to wear the mesh shirt, and I'm going to represent Frozen's people.
On his forefinger, looks on the verge of some sort of panic
Big B Trucker says, fishnet midriff, John, you can pull it off. I bet you're right.
attack. Therapist tells him to.
Ric Flair. Okay, I'll give you the bell. Bing, 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 bing. I like that bell. He says, put on the movie title screen when you get the shirt. Okay. Okay. All right.
Wait, so.
Oh, God. All right.
Oh my God, this is gonna look so gay. I'll never be the same. It's gonna be like when I let Catherine borrow that yellow shirt I liked so much, and then she stretched it out with her broad shoulders.
Fat Catherine.
And then it never, ever went back to normal, and I had to give it away because it just didn't fit me right.
All right, gang, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work, gang.
I mean, look at the difference, y'all.
I'm sorry, I'm just too fucking jacked.
I bet it hurts.
We'll flex up.
Oh my God.
You guys want some of that? Okay. All right.
Here.
Anyways, yeah. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot, guys. And
Wait, hold on. There's another thing. It is small.
that is not gonna fit. That shit is not gonna fit. Like, this is Jess's, and like,
Stand up. This is so gay.
that's not gonna work. It's not. I mean, it's not gonna. But you guys see my nips, right? I got fucking pointy there. You guys like that? You guys are the one watching. That's not. I mean, like.
You stretched out this arm.
I'm sorry. I'll buy you a new one.
Okay.
Jeez. Not gonna. I mean, like. So that was not. That didn't work. That was not gonna work. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot, guys. Worth a shot.
To try and draw what's upsetting him. Stares at the paper and charcoal for like half the fucking session and then starts.
Okay, there was 31 comments when that happened. Okay. Oh, Big B Trucker gave me money. I like money. $5. Thank you so much for being a good sport. Help John is stuck. If it don't fit, force it. Dude, that shit would have ripped, dude. That was not. Look, this is an extra large. This is an extra large, and that is like a female small. Right? That was probably from when Jess was like, when we started dating. She was like a size 1. She was like a size 1 or 2. She was skinny. Goofy Boot says, I'm surprised she's not pregnant again. Look at that. Woo. Working on it. Should have oiled up first. Nah. Why would you even try? I just thought it would be more stretchy. I thought it would be more stretchy. You got a mesh tank top. You got to get a mesh tank top. I don't have to. No. That's not. I don't have to. It's a little weird. Those nips are diamond cutters right now. I'm sorry. I was watching Gay Niggers from Outer Space. So naturally, right? Naturally. I mean, my butt was not into it, but my nips were intrigued.
Vigorously drawing. Fills the entire page with shades of red. Can barely make out anything else. Looks vaguely...
Couch says, I do the blackface in this relationship, Kabuki. She does. She does it better than I'll ever do it. What did you send me here, Tejas? Oh my God. Do you guys think I would look good in this? Do you guys think I could rock that? Hold on. You think I could rock that? The midriff? It would have to be triple X. It would have to be triple X. I mean, like, did they have any straight guys try this on? Nope. They sure didn't. They sure did not. Nope. Gonna go ahead and destroy that so it doesn't influence. It's already influenced my fucking shopping patterns. It's already... Oh, okay. I'll give you... For finally wearing something other than a black tee. King of All Pixels gave me $5. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was trying to do it for you guys. But it was just not. It was my very petite wife. Her, when she does like her gothic look, right? And she's like, when she was all thin and stuff, and she was pretty thin, and because I like them thin, I like them. Like I always say, I like them weak enough so they can't fight back. So I try to keep her as thin as possible, like emaciated pretty much.
Really like a bedroom. Can see a blurry doorway, what looks like a bed, maybe a dresser. It's all messed.
That shirt barely covered your nips. Dude, if I put that shirt completely on, my nips they would poke through the mesh. They would be on the outside of the shirt. Do you understand that? Like it would be flush, and then my nips would be protruding through the shirt.
I'm still thin.
I'm not saying you're fat.
Look at this. That shirt fits me just fine.
Put it on. Put it on.
See.
Okay. She's throwing down the fucking gauntlet now. 2 kids. 2 fucking kids. You look great. I'm not saying you don't look great.
What you said was.
You were very petite.
I wasn't. I haven't had that shirt
I'm not a dick.
Was. Goofy saw it. Goofy said was.
Was? Kabuki says John's in trouble.
You're talking about my core. Look, my boobs are a little bit bigger.
She wears it. It's only because I stretched it out, though. No! She is wearing it. She is successfully wearing it. It's just a little bit risque for camera.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little bit risque.
I wear it under shirt.
But she is pulling it off. She is. I mean, like, that's good. Great job. You look great. I mean, like.
What?
You look great.
So she is.
She is thin. She is thin. But I was talking about like when you were like Auschwitz thin.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm into. I know she's breastfeeding and shit, so her boobs are all big.
You can see 3 figures near the bed.
Frozen says John is going to end early and number 3 is going to be made. LOL. Hell yeah, high five. All right. Put her back in the kennel. I mean, I would do that. I would fucking put you in a dog cage.
You've talked about it.
I have.
Yeah.
I would put her in a dog kennel. I would hose her down and shit. Right? Because it'd be fun. It'd be fun for me.
Bed. Blurry except for the eyes. Huge, pitch black almond shaped eyes.
Bigby say, if you say you could be there, I'll pass out laughing. She could. She could be there.
I could, but it wouldn't be
She
cute.
could be. I'm saying. I like them weak. Right? Like I'm saving you from like a POW camp.
You taught me how to eat, so I eat too much now.
You do not eat too much. Forrest Movie says, hell yeah, I came just in time for fucking. Yeah, fucking. Actually, you didn't. You're late.
Eyes. They're surrounding the bed with a statically stick figure, Danny, in it screaming. Therapist asks him to tell him what it is.
And it says, ladies, what's stopping you from 5% body fat? Body fat, cheese and cakes and pies and laziness.
And he just mumbles about a nightmare.
Hormonal
I'm typing this in
imbalance.
between answering phone calls
Hormonal
from
balance.
customers, but it's a slow day, so I'm doing.
Just as I really do want to have Sulk Fest, where we just get a bunch of tents, right? And just everyone bring their tent, and then everyone camps out on the lawn, and it's a big lawn, right? It's a big lawn, and then we could just all party and shit, and yeah, that actually would be cool. I mean, I don't want you people to know where I live. That's the only issue.
Doing my best to post fast. Ask Danny about the art later.
King of All Pixels says cheesecake will stop anyone from 5% body fat. How good is cheesecake? Cheesecake is so good. So I get that.
Me, it's usually what happens when he sees the grays, but his therapist tells me it's a nightmare, sleep paralysis.
Dan Stott says, I know where you sleep, John. Come at me, bro. You fucking come at me. Dude, I have motion lights all over the property and cameras. Come at me. I'm not going to say there's like armed robot dogs walking around, because there's not. But there is a fence you have to hop. And then there is a dog. He's very friendly, though.
Nightmares don't leave marks.
But he is loud. He is loud, right? He will not be sneaky, right? And then I have many guns.
He turns around and shows me the base of his neck. There's a faded scar.
And it says, I know exactly where you live in Florida. Yeah, Florida, Earth. In the general vicinity.
Small, perfect.
Onia says, John, fences don't stop ninjas. I'm not even trying to stop anybody. If you want to come on, and then I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, go ahead. If you're cool and you will come on my property, then I'll be like, okay, you're cool, I'm cool. But if you come with like malintent, then it's going to be a problem.
Circle with a triangle of 3 dots in the middle. What the fuck?
You also have a moat with mosquitoes. That's actually kind of true. It's not completely around the property, but it is along the back. Yeah.
He says he's woken up after nightmares.
Frozen says, I also heard of the fabled army of attack mosquitoes. Yeah, they almost carried Pessy away. And he's like 100 pounds. So, I mean, yeah, it didn't take many of them, but they could have picked him up and taken him away.
With bruises in strange places on his body. Other triangles made from dots. Therapist claimed it was just him SHing in his sleep, or...
Dude, it was so funny when Pessy was leaving. He was just like screaming, no! No! When Pessy was leaving my house, dude, it was so fucking funny. I was dying laughing. They were like, roll down the windows! Go, go, go! Thousands of mosquitoes. Thousands of mosquitoes.
Sleepwalking. Bullshit. It's time for lockup. Don't feel like sleeping, so I get in bed to read. On the first page of a new notebook, when suddenly Danny sits up freaking the fuck out.
King of All Pixels, Canadian Jews can't deal with the swamp. I mean, there's tons of Canadian Jews around here. I mean, there's no shortage of Jews, especially where I live. There's tons of Jews. But yeah, they don't like the bugs. They don't like the bugs. So yeah. But like, yeah, he was not. I'm a little bit more on the swamp. In a swamp, right? A lot of the Jews stay near the beach where there's not so many mosquitoes. But yeah, there was a lot of mosquitoes, and they almost killed Pessy.
Yelling, dude, what? I ask him what the fuck happened.
Fire says mosquitoes probably like Pessy because he tastes good from the junk food. What is Pessy's diet like? I don't know what Pessy's diet like. Energy drinks? Is it energy drinks? The mosquitoes don't really bother me that bad. I don't have the type of blood where they're really like interested. Some people really like. Some people's blood, like mosquitoes, love them, just absolutely love them. Like, but me, they don't really bother with me too much. They're like, he's all right. I'll get bit by mosquitoes, just I won't get eaten alive like some people. Some people get absolutely eaten alive.
He said they came for him and took him away. Now I know he's not.
It's says he eats long burgers and cereal. It's not a good diet. That's not a good diet.
Tells me to look at the time. There's a clock.
Jameson said Pessy can kill them with elevated levels of nicotine in his blood. Like, I don't have elevated levels of nicotine. I do. I love it.
You can see from outside your cell. It's 4 hours since lockup time. I was reading the same page that I started on 4 hours ago.
Is it potassium? High potassium levels? I don't really eat bananas. I don't think I have a potassium deficiency though.
No way I fell asleep or anything. That was one of the creepiest things that's ever happened to me.
But fucking seriously, guys, you should have seen it. It was hilarious, dude. He won't. So, like, typically, there's not that many mosquitoes here. Typically, there's just not that many mosquitoes here. But during the time he visited, for some reason, it was a swarm of them. There was just, I've never seen it like that before, and I don't even think I've seen it like that since. But it was thick with mosquitoes. Maybe there was just like a recent storm or something, but there was thousands of them. It was very bad, and it was like really funny. It was so funny, dude.
Danny said losing time is common, but
do mosquitoes who bite junkies get high? I don't know. I don't. I'm glad that mosquitoes don't really like me very much because I don't want them biting like a junkie and then coming and biting me because that's how you get like AIDS and shit. So, but they don't. I think they can tell I'm a good person really deep down. And so they don't bite me. It's part of their credo or something. They have some sort of some sort of like, thing they live by. Credo.
They didn't see me on board. Why the fuck would I lose time too? I've got more, don't worry. This isn't the end. I get really freaked out.
My blood is worthy. My blood is perfectly worthy. My blood is good. It is sweet like mountain water. It is so good, and it's pure. No COVID vaccine here. Nope. Fresh. Yep. Thank God I didn't get that. I mean, I wasn't going to. I knew beforehand. I was like, I ain't getting that shit. I know for a fact I'm not getting that shit. Stuck to my guns, though. Stuck to my guns good. I was like, no, I'm not. Nope. Something seems fucky about that. Something seems up about that. No, thank you. And here we are 5 years later, and people, why are so many young people having strokes? Well, I do wonder why. I do wonder why everyone just happens to be dying of weird cancers and getting all of a sudden very strange strokes, and why everyone has fucking like heart valve issues and shit. Nobody knows why. Okay.
Don't want to believe him. Get checked out by the prison doc and psych just in case I'm losing my shit, but they say I'm fine. Get cleared, so I just passed it off as dozing off while reading and not realizing it. Couple weeks go by as normal.
Boris Mommy says, I'd rather put coke from an unknown source up my nose than a COVID vax. That's risky too, right? Especially these days from like Fent and stuff. Like bad coke can kill you. Bad coke can kill you good. But yeah, that vax, yeah, that shit will kill you. I mean, allegedly. This isn't a conspiracy channel. I don't talk about conspiracies. I completely trust the government 100% of the time. I can't wink harder.
Going to the yard, art therapy once a week.
I can only wink so much. You guys just have to like read between the lines. You get it? Do you guys understand? Don't fucking take the shots. Don't take the shots. They're like, oh, everyone get a fucking donut if you take the shot. Oh, you could win $1 million. You can get a car. Oh, you're going to get pussy if you fucking take this shot. Okay. No, thank you. I don't want your used up fucking crevice just so I could take a COVID shot. Thank you. No. You know, like the Mustang Ranch was offering like people who got a COVID shot, like free punanner. That's like, no, thank you. No, thanks. Pass. I'll pass on that. I'm okay with, first, like, no, even if it was without the shot, no, thank you.
Go to the library, etc. Prison starts
Frozen Asian you seem to be blinking a lot. Well, you do too, but I don't fucking mention it.
Inmates have chalk in their cells so they can write or draw or whatever, and it can't be used as a weapon. Danny starts drawing the faces of the Greys again, and drawing odd line symbols that are like dots with lines, kind of like constellations. What's the red light incident? I never really came to this board, so I've never heard
it. And then says, subtle as a wet fart on a leather couch. That sounds like a personal. Sounds like from a story you had one time, which I would love to hear. I would love to hear about that story where it was just like you were at a wake and, Nana died and it was sad and everyone was like praying and everyone had their head and you're all like, can I trust it? I can trust this one. And then you couldn't trust it. You couldn't trust it. It was those deviled eggs that got you, right? You shouldn't have had 9 of them, right? People were mad. Other people wanted deviled eggs, but you had 9, right? You had 9 of them. You're like, I can trust this fart. Oh, but you were drinking fucking White Claws all night last night. And you're like toasted into grandma because, and then you're like, oh, she was so good at crocheting and shit and, really sad and stuff. And then you had 9 fucking deviled eggs and then decided to cut a fart on the leather couch. That was your fault. That was your fault, bro. I'm just saying. You can't blame everything on Nana.
Of it. I just usually stick to O. VA got charged for multiple things. Reckless endangerment since it was drag racing and a few other things, so it added up to 8 months. I think the judge just had a grudge against street racers or something. And that was my first thought, too. It was similar
Who's got a grudge against street racers? Racists? Racers.
To it, but didn't look exactly like it. The triangle was rotated. This isn't me. Ignore him. This is near the end.
Tia says, did John just wander off and do a story of how he shit himself? No.
End of my stay. I think it was within the last month or 2.
No.
Been waking up with headaches, nosebleeds some days.
Rocky McCobb says 9 deviled eggs is only 4.5 eggs. That's a lot of eggs. I mean, that's a good, deviled eggs are supposed to be an hors d'oeuvre, right? 4.5 eggs is a meal. Okay. And it's not just, it's also the herbs and the spices and the mayonnaise and the mustard. And there's a lot that goes into it. So it's like, if you have 4.5 eggs and then on top of that, you're having like all this like roast beef, something's going to be a rumbling, especially if you're the night before you were drinking kind of heavily, which I was not.
Not exactly strange that it can be side effects of the allergy meds I take.
Hey, Leo. Sup, all you faggots? That is not the word. It's like baguette. Hope everyone is well. Well, we're talking about diarrhea. And Leo, have you heard of this one? Have you heard of this movie? Apparently, I am last to learn, last to know about this gem. It's terrible. It is unwatchable. And people are all like, oh, it's a comedy goldmine. It is not. It is garbage.
Okay, everybody. Ultra swip over in 18 seconds. Arminos, activate canopus sensor in the transpower.
Anybody? Leo?
Sir, I know.
Leo says, oh yeah, that is a classic. Fuck you guys. Fuck all you goddamn degenerate assholes. Why does everyone know about this fucking movie? Frozen's like, oh yeah, famous movie. What the fuck? What the fuck? Famous movie. Famous. And then Leo's like, oh yeah, this is a classic. I remember watching this as a kid. Do you? Do you watch this as a kid?
I know you are going to send me down, but, sir, I am afraid I have never seen a female close hands. Only on pictures, sir. I know you're afraid, Arminos.
Arm in ass, his name is. Arm in ass.
My son, this is just a step on the long road to becoming a real gay nigger.
There's a process. There's like like an internship. You have to you get an apprenticeship, and there's a bigger one, and then you have to, like, I don't know, probably do some unholy things to like graduate into the ranks of it. And I tried to put on a mesh t-shirt. And I was too built. I was too built for that.
It started when your father first gave birth to you. And
The fuck does this mean? How is that even possible? How does it come out of the penis or the butt? Does that mean two have sex with each other? Or is it asexual where they like reproduce like sponges? Do they butt off of each other?
And who knows, maybe after this mission, you'll get the sign of the brown ring.
Terrible, terrible writing.
And can truly call yourself...
They're aliens, John. They're not... Then... There's too many questions. There's a lot of plot holes. The writing is weak. You know, the writing is weak, and it's just... And the production value is garbage. And the delivery of the lines is garbage. And the plot, the premise is garbage. And it's... Rick decided to give me money for some reason. Okay, hold on. There we go. I'll give you the bell. And he says, I'm just glad I could be the one to bring this Danish cinematic masterpiece to you. Fuck you, Rick. Fuck you.
Gay nigger.
Fuck you, man. Why is it Danish? Why is it from Daneland? Dania? I don't know where they're from. Why is it not like Africa? Are there really that many black people in Danish land?
That's what you've been preparing for since you went to gay agent school.
That's what they call them. Plot holes, says Goofy Boots. Gay agent school. What is the point of this planet? Just a bunch of gay black men running around doing what exactly? What is the point? What is the point of having that planet? Are they apparently they're productive. They've mastered space travel. So they're definitely not the Earth blacks, right? Like, I mean, I guess it's like American blacks versus African blacks, right? Those are different blacks. They are different types of black. And so these are space blacks from Anus. The planet is called Anus. Anus.
You really think so, sir? Then I am prepared. And, sir, thanks for your nice words. You are such a kind captain.
Nice. Good. Good delivery, good lines. Okay, great. You think the fucking directors just be like, yeah, okay. This is the shot. This is the shot. Okay. And rolling. You are such a nice captain. Thank you for nice words. Okay, perfect. Good. Cut. Cut it. We're good. Okay. Good work, everybody. Nicely done. Nicely done. Everybody take 5. 5. 5. Not 25. Not 35 minutes. Okay? Then we'll come back. We're going to shoot it again. Right? 5 minutes.
Nothing to thank for. You know I got an eye on your ass.
Activate. Down beaming transmitter. Activate. Down.
Is there smoke? Was this smoke supposed to be on, or are they just smoking blunts? Are they just smoking blunts and they're all like, yo, we in a movie. Yo. Yeah, I'm from Daneland.
Beaming transmitter.
Activated.
Bereit und feuerklar, Kapitän.
Ready for down beaming.
Good sound effects. All around, it makes sense that I was the last person to see this. I'm going to have to talk to Royce tomorrow. I'm going to be like, hey, Royce, I know you've seen this movie. Why haven't you told me about this movie? And he's going to be like, oh, yeah, that's a famous movie. And I'll be like, what the fuck ever, brah? What the fuck ever? Despite says it's incense smoke to cover all the gay sex and weed smell. Gross. That's fucking gross. That's gross. And you know, gay sex probably smells the worst. Normal straight sex smells pretty bad. It does. It smells pretty bad. But then gay sex, where it's like, first of all, it's two dudes, and then they're just plowing buttholes. Yuck. It has to smell terrible. And they're black. Dan Snow says Royce is going to make fun of you. What? 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 The fucking dumb Cuban is going to make fun of me? I don't give a fuck. Of course he's going to make fun of me. That's what he does every day. He's a fucking Cuban. I don't give a shit what he thinks. Jameson says Atlanta does smell awful. I'm sure it does. The Hormel plant smells awful. Thanks, Big B. I'm glad that you told me that. The chili plant. I would like to work at the chili plant. Yeah, I'm going down to work at the chili plant. Bring home some free chili. Sweet. I'd be sweet. Anyways, guys, go to hell, every last one of you. That's it. That's it. Here, we're gonna leave it on this. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it on this. Thanks for coming tonight. Thanks for ruining my life. Now I'm gonna watch the rest of this movie. And you guys are going to go off and hang out with Mersh, I guess. And I hope you guys rot in hell. And especially you, Rick, because what you did to me
Hey, can I help you?
It's terrible. It's
You look
worse than
lost.
anything I could
I
probably
thought maybe
do
we
to you.
could spend some time
Which is
together.
fair,
if
because
you know
that's what we do
mean.
here.
And I think
Anyways,
you do.
guys.
Beam me up.
Have a good night. Be strong. Do the things. Don't watch this movie. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, be good cult members. Do those things that make me proud of you. Thanks for the
Put his arm in the
donations.
plasma detector.
I
Keep an eye on
appreciate
him.
you being part of the
Shmuel,
cult.
Get the
I'll be
equipment for
on
brain
Daywave
tapping.
and then right back here on the Sulk stream at 8 p.m. I'll be watching this until then. Drink a lot of water and get a good night's sleep.
Alles klar für
Good night. I love you.
Yes, go on. Sergeant Shaveballs, put it on the big asteroid screen.
I'm an incredible soul. Unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's just growl.
This must be this kissing
fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, but yes, monster too. Government lies
Hit the like button, please.
I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole.
Hit the like button.
Uncovering the truth.
Please hit the like button.
Fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud. Born like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke. Unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.
Let's get the map on the asteroid screen.
Ready for email termination.
The area they call Russia. Give us information about that.
Russia. Special remarks. Dirty and very untrustworthy. Female population. 4,300,924. Termination area. Ukraine.
Mr. Schwool, you go down there, and then you go south.
Activate. Down beam.